was told that he had bronchitis, pneumonia, or something. So I called my friend as I'm looking at the test, and I called my friend, and she's at work, and she's going over this. She says, wait a minute, this is a sign of a heart attack. You got to get him to a hospital. So I got home, 9 o'clock at night, got the kids fed, in bed. They're teenagers, don't really want to leave them, but bring him to OSF, 45-minute drive. I took my time. I was scared to death I was going to rupture something. Silliness as it is, when we got to OSF, the emergency room doctor came in, spoke to us for about 15 minutes, went over the tests that we had from the previous hospital. By some miraculous miracle, the CAT scan woman got his entire chest and found the type A aortic dissection. The emergency room came in, they put the crash cart on his bed, and the blood and so forth, said surgery's ready, the surgeon is on his way. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, this is 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know how I'm going to pay for this. I'm stressing over it. What is going on? And they said, okay, you can ride with him to surgery. I'm like, okay. The priest comes in the room, and I'm able to ride with him in the elevator to the surgery floor. And they give him his last rites. I am a wreck at this point by myself. So my family gets there, and his family, and we sit there and we wait. Finally, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the surgeon comes in, Dr. Munns, and his staff, and tells us that he's going to make it. He's going to be okay, but he has about a 10% or more chance of survival. Not a large chance, but we'll take it. They say he's not going to wake up till Thursday. Okay, I'm okay. Well, about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, go home, shower, come back. He's awake. This. No, it's not. And we proceeded our recovery from there, and every hour he had a 1% chance of survival after that. We are able to go home 3 days before Christmas. Best Christmas ever. But I can't say enough for the staff here at OSF and at Heart Care Midwest. Amazing. If you ever have a problem, that's where you go. But now we have the battle to pay for it. I got on the website to the ACA, and I was able to get insurance based on my income because his income was gone. And it was not cheap, but I did it because it's my family. I have to. But he has now 3 medicines that he has to take for the rest of his life. Not only did he have the aortic dissection, they also had to replace a valve. And that valve is pig valve, so you have to take medicine for that. Mm-hmm. 1 pill is approximately $1,000 a day. Add that twice a day for 1. We've got 3. Then you throw in St. Joseph aspirin, which is fine. I have no problem with that. But I'm the only one working, okay? I make $19 an hour. I work 36 hours a week. I have 3 teenagers to support. 1 in college, 2 in high school. Now 2 in college, 1 in high school. And a husband, and a household. We have bills. We've got new vehicles. We've got a boat. We have a house, cell phones, internet. Come on, this is not cheap. But we do it because we have insurance, and it covers it. And because we have it through ACA, we spend $4 a month on these pills. If they take this away, we will not have that. Now, our insurance now is not the best. We have a $12,000 deductible, and I could pay $1,700 a month for my family to have insurance. But it's money I'll gladly pay to keep our head above water. And thankfully, he got his all clear from his doctor in December, almost a year to the day for his surgery, and he is now back to work. So we have his income. It's not much. He's not working at CAT anymore. So it's definitely an income that's not the same. But he has a job. He can do it. But he has issues now and then. We were back in the hospital in November for arrhythmia. It's something they thought would occur 6 months prior, but as you can tell, he doesn't follow directions. Yeah, not textbook. And even the doctor says this is going to happen in 10 to 15 years or longer, depending on the technology. He's going to have that valve replaced. How am I going to pay for that if I don't have insurance? Okay, I'm 42. In 15 years, what's that going to put me? Okay, I got to have something. I got to cover this. I got to cover my husband. My husband's got to cover him. The kids are on their own at that point. But, but under the plan that they're introducing, we wouldn't have dependents anymore at that point. Where is that going to leave us? Am I going to be spending $3,000 or $4,000 a day for medicine? That's a choice I shouldn't have to make. No one should. And it's wrong.
That's
and
right.
We can't sit here and let this go through. Because it's not just us, it's everybody. Just like you said with the lady that had to determine her treatment, you shouldn't ever be placed in that. That's why we live here. It's wrong. But I'm thankful. My husband's here. He's here today. And I certainly hope he's here in 10 years. And if we still have the care that we got this last time, he will be. But that's not a guarantee at this point.
All right. Thank you very much. You know, I mean, it's true. You think about families who are having to make these decisions, and you know, I delivered the Democratic address this week in response to what was going on this past week in Washington. And one of the things I said in that is about our Midwestern sensibilities, because that's what we have here. And I think the other misunderstanding that so many people have when you talk about the Affordable Care Act or Medicaid expansion or any of that is that it's just helping people unlike, you know, we are, whoever the we is, unlike we are, and people who are just looking for a handout. When you hear about Medicaid, well, you know, a good portion, and Senator Kaler knows this, of what Medicaid is used for is, the vast majority, in fact, are for children and for our seniors and for the disabled. And as you heard Frank and Heidi's story, you know, they're working, as you heard Karen's story, working 3 jobs. It's not like anybody's not trying their hardest. Everybody just wants to do the best they can do for their family. So we have one more story, and then we'll just open it up for discussion and any questions that people have or any other any stories anybody wants to share. But Christina Henry, her biggest concern at this point is she will be living with her health condition for the rest of her life, and I'm going to let her tell that story. But what that means when you know you've got not just a pre-existing condition, but a condition that you will be living with the rest of your life. So Christina, if you can come up here and tell your story, we'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, I want to tell you, I want to thank you all for your patience and for listening to the stories. And I want to thank everybody who has given their stories, and I appreciate that. I'm going to start with telling you a little bit about me. I'm a resident of the 18th District, and Darren LaHood, I hope you're watching, I have a message for you. I am also involved in civic activities. I work as an election representative in the Richwoods Precinct 5. And this is a job that I came across at a time when